Diving is a much more complicated way of having fun, I guess. To me, diving is
using equipment to explore the other dimension of God's creation.
A whole new world that very few people get to experience in life.
Pushing boundaries, becoming comfortable in otherwise uncomfortable situations.
You can go so many places with it and do so much with it. It's a whole new world to discover, I guess, and there's many opportunities in the field.
The mobile response team is basically a group of guys
put together by alert to go to different disaster sites.
We're basically full-time volunteers, so we'll travel around.
We're getting gritty with people, we're doing hard work, and it's a really enjoyable time.
Cadre is leadership applied and showing the way for others.
Helping recruits succeed in their basic training.
Cadre is the other side of basic.
Definitely stretches me outside the comfort zone.
You receive training and you also give training.
Digital media is releasing potential, reaching people that, apart from that outlet, we wouldn't ever be able to reach.
Aviation is an opportunity to
develop skills in the air and also on the ground that we can apply to build characteristics that will develop you into a better pilot.
I feel like God could use me with the new skill set I'm learning in aviation.
Campus sport team is primarily
being logistics for the entire campus.
Technical rescue is
a great avenue to not only expand your skills and your opportunity in the areas of rescue, but also
learning how to overcome an obstacle or problem with materials you have.
The biggest thing I've learned is dependency on God. Learning what it means to truly rely on God, who takes care of you better than you do yourself.
A few things. I've learned that a major part of the Christian walk is to seek the Lord's face continually, and also the importance of being able to push through the hard things.
How to take responsibility.
Building myself up spiritually in a way that I can lead people by saying, follow me as I follow Christ.
To be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So where you grow the most is outside of your comfort zone, and that's where God shows himself strong.
Just how to be a godly man, learning to grow in your walk with God and in your fellowship with him, and then encouraging the people around you to do the same.
To be humble, not think more of yourself than you really are.
How to be patient with people.
Those are the lessons that I learned here that helped prepare me to pursue a job as a wildland firefighter.
You can have all the skill, you can have all the looks, you can have whatever it is, but if you can't stick with something when it's hard, it doesn't matter what you have, you're just not going to make it.
It made me really appreciate just accepting the fact that life's going to be hard, you're going to be working hard, we're called as men to work hard. As we do that, as we follow our calling, the rest at the end is so much more sweeter.
To be more of a Christ-like and godly man to others and also to reflect the love of Christ.
A lot of times we think that we have God to fall back on, but we should just be standing on him the whole time.
I went through basic training in 2014. My goal coming back was just to, in some way, give back to the program that blessed me and my family.
I would say the biggest thing I've learned is that you're not all that. Alert really shows you who you really are when the stress gets to you and when the challenges get to you.
The fact that leadership is not pushing but pulling, instead of just constantly pushing your guys to do stuff is never going to get anywhere. As far as you have to be down there with them, be pulling your weight and being that example.
I'd say that something that I've been able to take home would be attention to detail.
Embrace discomfort and difficult times instead of running from it, but rather to embrace them.
Teamwork, working together for the benefit of everyone.
I learned a lot of patience and loving those around me in alert and also outside of alert.
Rely more on God when going through hard times.
Every accomplishment I am able to have comes through him.
becoming too alert, you're pushed in ways that you would never be pushed out in the other world. And it allows you to see who you truly are. Because if you're not pushed in a certain way, you're never gonna truly understand who you are. And coming here is kind of what that did to me, is I found out who I am on my worst days. And it allowed me to hone in on those specifics to change my whole attitude.
To me, one of the key things that God has been teaching me, just that whole idea of, don't worry about other people, just seek Him full-heartedly with all your heart and not even worry about who's doing what over there, over here. It just doesn't matter. Just seek the Lord full-heartedly with all your heart. That's the main thing. I'm planning on using a lot of the spiritual skills as well as the physical skills and using them in disaster relief, especially overseas, and using it to serve people in situations that are far more worse off than I am.
For me personally, those other people would be young men in Honduras that don't have any father figures in their home. Just try to be there for them any way I can, and hopefully see what happens. Maybe come up with some kind of a program down there to see if I can help some young guys out.